everyone, good evening. Welcome to 9th and 10th channel of BYJU'S. I'm your teacher Ankita and I welcome you all in today's class where we will be taking a look at all the NCERT questions for the subject history. So I hope that all of you are ready for the class. Good evening everyone, good evening, how are you all? So good to see that all of you are here everyone. I hope that all of you are doing great and I welcome you all once again in today's class. I hope that I'm clearly audible and visible to each one of you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Hello everyone. Can we increase the font size a bit? Yes. Yes, Tanishka, Lavanya, Rahul, Umesh, Student Ash. Yes, this is fine. Thank you. Singh, Jay, Faiz, Satya, Mehak, Hriday, Queen. Hello, Comfy Studies, Gauri, Health is Wealth, Abdul, Rashi, Sanjana, Faiz. Good evening, everyone. So, are you ready for the class? Are you ready for the class? But before that, tell me, everyone, how all are you feeling? Yes, your exams, you have your date sheet now. The year is about to be end, right? We're just very close to the end of the year. About to get over. I hope that all of you are doing fine, right? I'm sure you have a plan. Yes, good, very good. So we have put up a community post on the channel asking you whether in the last week and this particular week, do you have examination or do you have holidays or what is, what all are you doing during these 2 weeks? So do let us know, everyone. Please make sure you go and vote over there. We have asked all of you, right, about what is happening in the last week of the December in your school. Whether you have vacations or you're sitting at home or you're studying. Right? Of course, studying is like by default, right? You all are doing. Yes, good evening, everyone. Yes, Singh, ma'am is here. Ma'am will be starting taking class really very soon. Okay, so everyone, in today's class, we will be taking a look at all the NCERT questions. Now, of course, we are focusing on the chapters that are there in the board examination syllabus. So, what are the chapters we have? Tell me. First chapter that we have is a rise of nationalism. The first chapter that we have is a rise of the nationalism in Europe. Right, then we have nationalism in India. Yes, then we have nationalism in India. Then what we have? Very good. The making of global world. And the last chapter that you have is the print culture and modern world, right? So according to the new syllabus by the CBSE, for your board examination you have these 4 chapters. The age of the industrialization. This particular chapter, everyone, right, is not there in your syllabus. It's there for your internal assessment, but it's not there for your annual examination. Everyone, are we clear? I want all of you to focus in class, everyone, and please make sure you hit the like button for the video. And please, everyone, stay just focus in the class only. Yes? Okay, very good. Yes, yeah. So we don't have the chapter, the age of the industrialization. It's there in your internal assessment only. I'm sure your teachers would have asked you questions in your unit X examination or could be pre-board also. Right? But it will not be coming in your final board examination. So, in today's class, everyone will be taking a look at all of these chapters and their NCERT questions. So, let's get started. We don't have full chapter. Yes, thank you for, I will be talking about this. The making of the global world is not the full chapter. We have it from the topic 1.1, 1.2 to 1.3. Only 3 topics are there. Okay? Clear, everyone? Yes. Shrimai, Nana, good evening, yes. Shishtala, Prince, yes, Umesh, very good. Yes, just a very small part of it. Yes, Nitika. Okay, chali everyone, let's get started. Before I start my session, I'm sure you would have seen this amazing program or the crash course that we have, everyone. So, as you all know that your examinations are right there, right? So you need a recap, and especially for maths and science, everyone, we have designed amazing classes that will be happening on the platform, right? You will be getting the access of the BYJU'S premium app for free for that particular duration. It is starting from 20th of December, so please make sure everyone, you go and check it out. Ask your parents to click on the link in the description box. Go there and see and explore the program. This is for 3,000 rupees, right? You have 3 classes in a week. You will be getting notes. You will have question answer practice sessions, etc. So it's a very, in a short, you will be able to cover up everything in maths and science with this particular crash course. So definitely try, everyone. You will be having classes like this. You can see over here, we have the teacher. You have, right, you can see over here, we have the students who are there, right? You can unmute yourself, uncam yourself, and of course, you'll be able to see. You can ask doubts over here also. Starting from 20th of December, everyone, please make sure you check it out. Yes. Okay. So let's get started, everyone, with the session. That is we're taking a look at the NCERT questions. Now, before I go into the NCERT questions, as of now, we have a whole session on the making of the global word, which is there already on the channel, right? I'm sure if you haven't seen it, please make sure if you want to go into the details, you can watch the whole chapter also, which is there on the channel. But this particular session, I'm starting with the chapter that I'm making of the global word. We will be reading the NCERT, and of course, I will be trying my best to make sure that you're clear with the concept that we have over here. And then we'll be taking a look at the questions from this particular chapter. So, everyone, are you ready? Yes, are we ready for this chapter? Why I'm starting from this particular chapter? Because we haven't dealt with it in this particular academic year. Yes? The session will be there for 1.5 hours or 2 hours approximately. Chaliye. Everyone, so this is the topic that we have over here. We have the Silk Route, link the word. Then we have food, travel, spaghettis, and of course the potato. And the last topic we have conquest, disease, and trade. So we have 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. So let's get started, everyone, over here. I hope that all of you have your NCERT. If not, I'm giving you some time. Quickly go and get your NCERT. Jaldi jaake get your NCERTs, everyone. Yes. No, we are just, Jivika, we are just focusing on all the NCERT questions that we have. Okay? Yes, Meenakshi, it will end. Before that only, yes. In the month of January only it will end. Okay. So everyone, the first topic, right, the first paragraph that we have is talk about the pre-word. Pre-modern word, and of course in these 2 paragraphs they have spoken about that how we saw the exchange, right? Yes, we know that. Right, we know that we saw a lot of migration happening, a lot of traveling happening of different people throughout the world that actually help us in the introduction of various new things, right? This paragraph just talks about that. In this particular paragraph, everyone, we have few hidden questions. So let's make them, let's highlight them. So of course, they are talking about the goods which are being carried, not just the goods, money, valuable, pottery, skills, religion, all of these things used to travel, right? In the early 3000 BC, right, we know that in this valley, I'm sure you all remember from this from class 6th, right? From the Indus Valley civilization till the present day West Asia, I'm sure you would have studied about the sea route trade, right? They were the trade which used to happen from the sea route. Yes. Then over here they have spoken about the currency, kauri. I'm sure if you go to any shore area or any place where we have the ocean, you will be able to see the seep. Usually nowadays I think we use it in the dresses that we have in Garba, right? We have those white color shell structure, right? We usually call them as kauri in Hindi. The historians, right, have an evidence that used to be used as a currency. This is very, very important, everyone, right? It was used as a form of currency from the Maldives till the China and East Africa. So of course, we can clearly see that there was exchange happening. Information was flowing from one part of the world to the another part, and hence we know that all of these things are interrelated. And at that particular time also people were kind of interacting with each other. this all talks about that we have an amazing link. Right? Very good. Now, let's talk about the Silk Route, the word, right now. So, Silk Route was there. Yes, and it's a very good example of clearly projecting out that there was a lot of connection, right? So, it's a very important trade route that we have. Westbound Chinese silk cargo used to travel. Very, very important place, everyone. And not just over here in Asia and in the west part of the Asia and the eastern part of the Asia, right? We have all of these. So, we have till Europe, North Africa, in Asia. There was a lot of interconnection. Through these routes, right, of course, we see traders moving, merchants moving, right? And apart from that, we saw that religion was also one of the important things that was getting from one place to another, right? Even before the Christianity era, right, the Chinese pottery was very, very famous, right? Apart from that, spices, textile from India and Southeast Asia was used to travel, right? Traders used to take it and sell it to different places. They will be getting gold and silver also from Europe. So all of these things were happening. Trade and cultural exchange was always hand in hand, right? The Christian missionaries, the Muslim preachers, and the Buddhism, all of these three important religions have walked on the path of Silk Route. And hence, of course, they have traveled to different parts of the world. So everyone, are we clear? Yes, are we clear? Yes, yes, Mehak. Yes, we have it in the textbook also, bache. That's absolutely correct. Westbound Chinese silk cargo. Clear? Everyone, are we clear? Thank you everyone. Very good, very good. Chaliye. Now moving to the second topic, everyone. Now this is important. And if you have seen the sample paper and the practice paper, right, we had one question from here. Yes. Hand in hand means trade is happening, right, exchange is happening. Okay, chaliye. Food, travel and spaghetti and potatoes. Food travel mein, they are talking about the food, how it traveled. Of course, we all know that, everyone, right? We don't have potatoes, chilies, all of these things as the origin fruit or vegetable of our country. But they came to our country from various different places, right? So let's talk about it. Along with the trade, right, food also traveled, right? And this is very, very important. Over here in your textbook, they have given the example of the spaghettis and the noodles. So it says that noodles from the China, west of China, traveled to the different parts and become the spaghetti. Or perhaps the Arab traders, right, took the pasta in 15th century to Italy. And now, of course, it is the main dish of the Italy, right? Along with that, we have in India and in Japan, we don't have much of the food origin, but we know that they came from outside and they're not originally ours. Apart from that, we have various food like potato, soya, groundnut, maize, tomatoes, chili, sweet potato, and so many others, everyone, that came from different parts of the world, right? Especially if you look over here, they are clearly mentioning about this point that these food items were introduced in Europe and Asia after Christopher Columbus discovered the land which is later known as America. So they believe that America was, anyways, we know that was not very connected with the world at that particular time. But what happened as the Christopher Columbus discovered the America, they went there and they saw that this particular land is filled with resources. Potato was there and of course different types of other food resources were there. Slowly what happened, we know that various slaves, right? African people were pushed kind of and forced to work in the Americans' field as a slaves, and they used to produce the goods for the Europe. Everyone, I hope that you remember the chapter class 9th ka. Yes or no? How many of you remember the triangular slave? Yes? Slave, triangular, that we have spoken about that, right? And I'm sure you have studied about that. Yes, very good, very good. That's good, Mehak. So we know that North America, South America and the Caribbean, I don't usually that particular time collectively call as the America, right? And they have the American Indians. They got the name over here. What happens? New crops could make difference in life. They're talking about the life, the death of the various peoples. Over here, they're talking about the Ireland, right? So what happened in the Ireland that the people become so dependent on the potatoes that when the disease was caused on potatoes and the potatoes field was destroyed, many of the people lost their life because they were so dependent on the potatoes. Along with that, they're talking about the Europe. Internally in Europe, right, people started eating more healthier because of the potatoes, right? So they thanked the potato that it came and it saved their life. So over here, everyone, in the second topic of one food travel we're just talking about how the food travel. Two of the important points that we have over here. First over here, making sure about the spaghettis and the noodles. Over here, they're talking about the different food items. And over here, they're talking about that how these food have affected the life of the individuals. Yes. Okay. Yes. We don't have much of the photos over here. Yeah. Like I'm sorry, I just forgot to. I do have it over here. Right. We can see that in this particular image, which we have on the first page of our chapter. Right. We can see that it shows the ocean trade. This was a picture from the Goa Museum, right, of the 10th century. And there shows that there was a trade happening through the ocean route. That's one painting that we have. Then, of course, this is a silk route, right? We can clearly see people over here and we have the mountains. We have different set of people altogether. Then over here, we have the Merchant of Venice, right? And of course, it was from the Marco Polo book, okay, of the 15th century. So we have these three pictures over here. Yes. Student Ash, I hope that you got this. Yes, Mahek. Last paragraph talks about, Sanjana, I think you're talking about this. So new crops have definitely impacted the life of the individual, right? Two such incidents they have mentioned. In Europe, potato become a very humble food, right? And of course, people have the potato and they felt that they were their diet improved. Apart from that, they're talking about the Ireland. What happened over there due to a disease, potato harvest was destroyed. And because of that, as there were no potatoes, people become so dependent on it that they lost their lives. Yes, pictures are important. Yes, okay. Ma'am, is this a revision class or any question answering? This is a revision class only, bache. But I'm just teaching you this particular topic because we have not dealt with this in this particular academic year. Okay, chaliye. Conquest, disease and trade, everyone. Again, this question was there in the sample paper. So please make sure you're paying attention over here. Yes, we are discussing the important images. For this particular chapter, we will be having a separate session where we discuss all the images. Images are important in history and the political science. You know that they can come in your 1 mark question. Okay. So over here, everyone, we're talking about the conquest, disease and the trade. Now, this is very interesting paragraph over here that we have. It talks about that as the world was developing in the 16th century, what happened? The people are actually traveling. Various European sailors were traveling throughout the world. They are moving to Asia, they are moving to America, different parts of the world. What this led to was that, of course, there were a lot of trade happening. People are moving. There's an exchange of customs, knowledge. So many things are happening, right? What happened over here, that's the entry of the European happened. We know that once they entered into the America, right? They saw that they have so many resources and they got a little bit, I would say a little bit of more concern that we want more resources. We know that precious metals like silver from the mines were located in the Peru and Mexico, right, have a good amount of wealth, and this attracted the European nation to come and start invading the America. So what happened? They started approaching the American islands. Along with that, various people was in a search of the gold city. It's of course, it's a myth only, but various people, right, various sailors will be like, we will found the city of gold, and of course, many of them lost their life also. Very important question, everyone, that we have over here. Now, this was there in the sample paper or the practice paper also. The Portuguese and the Spanish, right, conquest the America by not with that power of weapons, but by carrying a person who was suffering from smallpox. What happened at that particular time when this person came in contact with the Americans who were not so immune to the disease, they actually got the disease and their population declined. Many people lost their life because of the smallpox. So this is a very important paragraph we have over here. Clear? Without the use of any weapon, right, how the Spanish and the Portuguese people conquest or conquered the American places. Are we clear? Yes, sample paper mein tha, absolutely correct. Everyone, are we clear with this? Yes, all the Americans, right, majority of them lost their life. Clear? And we have a small paper cutting from the biological warfare, right? We have a minister, the first governor, right? He's addressing that just because of the smallpox, which we got a chance to expand our nation over there. Yes. Absolutely correct. Okay, so everyone, in this particular paragraph, right, in the conquest, disease and trade, they're talking about that how the resources were there and how the Portuguese and Spanish people, right, invaded the America, and they didn't use any tool per se, but they used the smallpox disease. Okay. Yes, Umesh, they are not. Okay. Last paragraph, everyone, that we have over here is that guns could not be brought, right, and would have captured the invaders. So disease like smallpox actually helped these Portuguese and the Spanish people to capture the America. Then, in the 19th century, poverty and hunger become very common in Europe. So, of course, we have studied in the French Revolution, right, and of course in class 10th also, that during that particular time, around the 19th century, from 17th and 16th century only, we know that the condition of Europe was not that great. They were suffering, right? They didn't have money. They were continuously going into the wars, and the king was not listening to them. So they were in poverty and in hunger. Because of that, what happened? Various people actually flew from Europe to America. Clear? They know that this particular land has resources. By the 18th century, a lot of plantation workers were captured, right? Slaves. Plantation workers by slaves were captured, right? And of course, they were growing the cotton and the sugar from the European market. This is also 1 mark's important question, everyone. All of you, I hope that all of you are paying attention, but this is a very important question. What was the, what was a slave growing in the America and for the European market? 2 important things, cotton and the sugar. Cotton and sugar was grown, right? And of course, we know that in the 18th century, China and India was the richest countries at that particular time. We know that we attracted a lot of people who came to our country and invaded us. But we know that China, after some point, right, have stopped its connection with the world, right? And we know that Europe slowly emerged the center of the world trade. Clear? Yes. Frogs, yes. Impacted, right? Of course, he thought that he's coming to India. Right, and that's how he discovered the America. Everyone, are we clear with this? Thumbs up. Very good, Mehek. Very good, Vishnu Pandit. Yes, student Ash, Aro. Yes, please ask your doubt. Yes, comfy study. Yes, chapter complete. Umesh. Very good. Chaliye. So let's take a look at the question, everyone, and we just have 2 questions from this particular topic. So here we have, right? Now, everyone, take a look over here. You have to, moving ahead, everyone. Right, you have to give 2 examples of different global exchange which took place in the 17th century, choosing 1 example from Asia and 1 from America. Of course, it's a very easy, straightforward question, everyone. Of course, we'll talk about the Silk Route, right? We know that the Silk Route was a very important route that was there. And with the help of the Silk Route, we saw not just the exchange of the trade, but cultural trade exchange, connectivity was there, religion also got moved from one place to another, right? And of course, we have various other items that used to travel, right, along with the merchants and with the traders. Okay, so we'll mention over here. Then, of course, we have the Christianity, Muslims and Buddhism over here. Then the B part, the second part that we are mentioning about the America was the food, right? We can mention about the staple diet today like potato, soybean, groundnut, all of these things came to our ancestor from the America only. Clear? Everyone, are we clear? Ma'am, what are the Silk Route and how does it affect the world trade? Radhika, it was a route budget that was connecting the Indian subcontinent, eastern part of the country, right, the China country and the other parts, and of course in the western part also, till the Africa. So it was a very huge trade route which was there. Clear? Chali. If it's a 2 marks question, you can write 2 points, right? Or 3 points at max. If it's a 5 marks question, you need to write at least 6 points of the 5 points. Okay, chaliye. Sanjana will take a look. How did the Europe emerge as a center? Because see, India, they came to our India, right? China stopped the trade policies, and of course, China went into the isolation. They came to our country because we were the richest at that time, along with China. They came to our country, they captured, they invaded our country, and of course, they took the power. So once they had the power of a country, China was anyways not interacting with any of the outer world. What happened at that particular time? Europe got the power. Okay, chaliye. Next question, everyone, on your screen. Explain how global transfer of disease in the pre-modern world helped in the colonization of the America. Very direct question from the paragraph that we have in the textbook, right? The question is asking, we have to explain that how the global transfer of disease, when the smallpox came from the Portuguese and from the Spanish to America, what it does. It actually killed so many native people because they were not immune to that particular disease, leading to the very easy invasion from the Portuguese and Spanish of the American people. They captured their resources, they captured their people, and they started using their land resources for their benefit and started selling the product from America to the UK and of course selling in the markets. Everyone, are we clear? It's a very easy answer, right? So you will mention about all of these things. Please make sure when you have this question, disease wala, so you have to mention smallpox. Are we clear? This will be the important keyword. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि हमने बहुत सब कुछ लिख दिया. Portuguese लिखा, Spanish लिखा, but we haven't mentioned smallpox. You will be losing your marks. So smallpox you have to mention because that's the only disease name which has been mentioned in this particular paragraph. Are we clear? Are we clear? Yes, chaliye. Very good, everyone. Very good. So with this, our first chapter is done. The making of the global world is done. We had just 2 questions from the NCERT. Rest all the questions are from the other topic. So we are not looking at that particular topic as of today in today's class. Are we clear? Chaliye. Moving to the next chapter, everyone. We are starting from the back, right? We will be discussing about the print culture in the modern world. Right? Then, of course, we have last chapter will be the rise of the nationalism in Europe, and before that we have the nationalism in India. Yes? Radhika, they have not mentioned about the potato famine right over there, but of course it was a condition where what happened, there was a lot of drought, right? And of course there was no water, and of course and there was an introduction of the disease, not the introduction, there was a disease of potato that led to the loss of harvest. Okay, we don't have that particular topic, Radhika, that you're talking about. Yes, chaliye. Okay, it's okay, comfy study, it's very easy. Yes. Ma'am, do we have a special school for BYJU'S? No, bache, we don't have a school per se. Yes, chaliye. Okay. Starting from the chapter, everyone, the print culture and the modern world. Let's take a look at the question over here. Yes, the question is, we have to give the reason of the following. Right? We have 4 statements and we have to give the reasons. Clear? हाँ, इस chapter में से picture based questions आते हैं. Absolutely आते हैं, and we will be doing that. We will be doing that also. Don't worry. And if you feel that your examinations are very close by, you can watch. We have a video on the channel for both the history and the political science. So you can go through that also. But we'll be doing it, right? Don't worry, we'll be doing it probably the next year in the January, right? I thought we are summarizing each chapter. It's the NCERT questions, bache. Student Ash, not today. The next week, right? And the first week of January, we are planning. We are planning to have a marathon sessions, right? So please make sure you vote in today's community post that we have. Okay, chaliye. Not of all the chapters, it will be difficult for us to have the summary of all the chapters, right? Unnecessarily, we will increase the length of the class. We're just focusing on the NCERT questions. And it is a recap only, chaliye. So we have to give the reasons, everyone. The first reason is, wood block print only came to Europe after 1295. Tell me. Yes, we'll have Sanjana. Political science ka bhi revision hoga, bache. We know that the wood print came only to Europe after the 1295 because Marco Polo traveled. Yes, right? So Marco Polo was an Italian explorer. He visited China, learned about the technology of wooden block printing, right? And of course, he took that information and came back to the Italy. So of course it spread to different parts of the Europe. So it's very straightforward answer. You just have to give the reason. Such type of question can come for 1 marks, for 2 marks. 2 marks usually. Then let's talk about the B part, everyone. What is the B part? Martin Luther was in favor of print and spoke about its praises of. Which Martin Luther are we talking about? Can anyone tell me? Very good, Sakshi. Very good, Umesh. Very good, comfy study. Very good, bache. Tell me, everyone, we are talking about Martin Luther was in a favor of print and spoke out in praise of it. Right? We are talking about a reformer. I'm sure you remember him. Yes, he wrote about the things which are being practiced in a religious way. He wrote about that. Yes, very good. Yes, absolutely correct. So Martin Luther in the year 1517, and he was a religious reformer, wrote 95 theses. Very good, everyone. Very good, Sanjana, Radhika, Gaurav, Jivika, Umesh, Student Ash. Yes, Nitika, Arush. Very good. 95 theses. Remember this, everyone. Right? He wrote the 95 theses criticizing the corrupt practices of the Catholic Church. Right? And of course, I've pasted this in the doors of the Wentbergs. Clear? Very soon, 1,000 copies of this particular thesis was printed and of course went to the people, and people become aware about the ideas of Martin Luther, right? And he was deeply, right? He deeply believed that the printing would have brought the movement and opened the eyes of the people. Are we clear? Are we clear? Easy question, right? Very easy question. Yes? I'm sure it's an easy question, everyone. Yes or no? Okay, 1 minute, everyone. Yes, chaliye. Okay. Moving to the next question, everyone. Moving to the next question. Here we have the C part of the question. The Roman Catholic Church began keeping an index of prohibited books from the mid-16th century. So we know that, right, in the mid-16th century, yes, clear? So we know that in the mid-16th century, we know that the Roman Catholic Church made an index, or we can say made a list of the books that are not allowed to read or to be printed, right? So over here, let's see what we can write. So we know that print in the popular literature encouraged many people to talk about the beliefs and the faith of the people. So in 16th century, right, a very important individual, everyone again, right? Manuccio, right, a ruler in the Italy, began to read books available readily in his locality. He gave up new interpretation of the Bible, right, and of course changed the views of the God. And it created an enlarged, right, a huge debates and discussion among the society. As a result, definitely he lost his life, right? And the Roman Catholic Church kept a notice or kept a list of the books that are being prohibited. Clear? For reading and for, of course, spreading it out. Very good, Suhani. Very good. Thank you, Manvi. Yes, Mehak. Very good, Radhika. Radhika is okay. Okay. Yes, Sakshi, very good बच्चे. हाँ, महक very good. Religious faith वाला है ये. Absolutely correct. चलिए. Last part, everyone, of first question का D part. Gandhi ji said that fight for Swaraj is a fight for the liberty of speech, liberty of the press, and freedom of association. What do we understand by this? So this particular thing we're talking in terms of the print culture chapter. So we know that Gandhi ji said that the fight of Swaraj is the fight of the liberty of speech, the freedom to speech, right? What you want to say, you can clearly say. Then, of course, liberty to the press, what we are reading, what are we printing, we should have the freedom of that. And, of course, freedom of association. So, how we'll write this answer, everyone? Very easy, we'll mention about that in the 1922, right, in the non-cooperation movement, he wrote that without the liberty of the speech, liberty of the press, and freedom of association, no nation can survive. And if the country was to get free from the foreign domination, these liberties are really very important. Are we clear? Yes, are we clear? Jivika, it was a kind of text, right, or the instruction for the Muslims, right? That was ulma. Yes, very good. Okay, chaliye. I think this is a mix of the two chapters, absolutely correct. Because we know that we have the nationalism in India where we have spoken about the press. But over here we have, in short, they have mentioned. So everyone, are we clear? Clear? Yes, Umesh, fatwas again are the rules or the instructions that are being followed, right? Given by the scholars, Muslim scholars, for the people to follow. Chaliye. Okay. Moving to the question number 2, everyone, we have to write a short note on what we know about. So we have 3 topics over here. First, the Gutenberg's press. Okay, you tell me now. I'm hiding this. You tell me about this press. How many of you remember about the Gutenberg's press? Tell me, who was the head of it? Who did this? Yes? Very good. Johanna Gutenberg's, right, invented the modern printing. Yes, right. He first printed the beautiful book of Bible, right, and of course the books that he was printing in his press has the very beautiful engravation, right, lots of illustration also, and it has metallic alphabets. Yes or no? Very good, everyone. So all of these points we'll write. So here, the Gutenberg's press, right, was the first printing press in Europe. It was invented by the Johannes Gutenberg, right, and he grew up in agriculture area. That we will not mention that particular part. He invented the printing press around the year 1448, and the first book that he published or printed was the Bible. Okay? Yes? So we'll just write that. Very good, Umesh. We can add that point also, that he took almost 3 years to print 180 copies. Okay? Very good, everyone. Yes. Directly from our NCERT, we have those 3-4 lines. You can take the answer from there. Yes. Thank you so much, Sachin. Feels good, bache. Thank you so much. Okay, chaliye. Yes, for wooden wala structure, remember. Absolutely correct. Okay, then we have the B part of this question, everyone. The B part of this question is the America's idea of the printed book. Now, this is it. Let me just see if you remember this or not. What are we talking about over here in the B point, right? What are we talking about? How many of you remember the Aramis, right, idea of the printed book? I'm waiting. My name is Ankita. Vishal, my name is Ankita. Welcome to the class. Jaldi bataiye, bachcho. What do you remember about this particular topic? I can see Comfy Study saying, ma'am, I don't remember. Okay. Yes, let's take a look over everyone over here. So we have it. Right, Aramis' idea of the printed book. Right, the Latin scholar was not happy with the printing of the books, and he was afraid that it would lead to the circulation of books with rebellious ideas. He felt that although few books are very good and provide the information, majority of the books are irrelevant, right, and illogical, and have something which is against the religion. And he led that if people will be reading these books, they'll lead to the rebel nature. Clear? Now, this will be homework, right, everyone? You have to write in the comment section below, tell me the page number of this. On which page we have this? Yes, Jivika. So we have this particular topic, right? And of course, if I'm correct, it's there in the between only, right? And where we are discussing about the Europe ka printing, we have over there. They have, so this particular individual believe that the printing books are good. They are definitely spreading the knowledge and of course helping the people to understand, but he also had the concern that these books have various thoughts that can provoke the people, right? They have thoughts against the religion that can lead to the rebel of the people. Clear? Yes, Nisha, I've explained you, bache. Please, Rishi, ask your question, bache. Vishal, I've explained, bache. It's okay, all the best, all the best. All the best, bache, Akriti. Yes, are we clear? Very good. Nitika, thank you for helping your friends out. Everyone, if they're on the page number 113, please do read this page. and you'll be able to find the answer. Chaliye. Very easy. We're just talking about the individual and what was his thought about the printing. Chaliye. Next question, everyone. The C part of this question is the Vernacular Act of Press Act. Oh, I'm moving us aside. Tell me what you will be writing in this particular question. We're talking about the Vernacular Press Act. Last May, before the chapter ends, right, we have this topic. And again, this topic is connected with two chapters. Print culture in the modern world, and of course, it's there in the nationalism in India also. Yes, we have spoken about the Bal Gangadhar Tilak newspaper Kesari. I'm giving you a hint over here, everyone. Please tell me what you'll be writing. You have to write a short note on it for 2 marks or for 3 marks. What were the points that you'll be mentioning over here? Very good. We know that in this particular act, the Vernacular Press Act, right, was imposed by Britishers, and they said that if anyone is writing against the Britishers, right, in the press, they will be arresting that person, right? And of course, that newspaper will also be taken. Basically, it was a very harsh decision. They want to keep their things in control. They don't want the people to know about where the revolutions are happening, where the people are going and doing the protest. By this way, they're trying to control the media. Yes. Vishal, it's a chapter, Print Culture in the Modern World. Okay, let's take a look, everyone, over here. The Vernacular Press Act was passed in the year 1878. Important year, everyone. 1878 it was passed. Very good. Very good. Yes, Anjana. Yes. Very good. Right? By the British government in India, the act provided the government with the extensive rights of the censor reports and editorial in the vernacular press. If any of these papers being published with any of the scandalous materials, the paper will be banned and the printing machinery will be seized and destroyed. Such a sad thing, right? Clear, everyone? Yes. It's a chapter which is print culture in the modern world. Very good, Sakshi. Yes. So everyone, are we clear with this? Are we clear with this? Right? Awesome. Chaliye. Now we have spoken about the print culture, right? We have spoken about that, from where it came. We've spoken about the ideas, and of course we have spoken about the law. Let's take a look, everyone, at the big question that we have over here. Yes? Jivika, we will be taking a look at that. I think we have that question. Chaliye. What did the spread of print culture in the 19th century meant to India? Here we have, I think, I forgot the name, but you were asking about the India. See over here. Jivika, we have the role of women in the print culture. See over here. Everyone. Right, you can open your textbook if you have, right? Look over here. We're talking about the women first, then poor and the reformers. So how the women got affected? We know that initially women does not have a, right, they didn't have a right to go to the school, right? They used to either get homeschooled by their parents, or they will be doing some basic studying at the school, and of course at home, and they will be learning the household work. So as there was an introduction of the print culture, as there was an introduction of the books, right, we know that they become the readers and the writers. Yes, they started reading. We can mention about few names over here. If you remember, you can mention about those names. If not, you can write this answer in a very general way. That slowly women took interest in reading and writing. Many of the women started writing about themselves. They learned hiding from their husband and from their families, right? And they spoke about the injustice that is there in the society against the women. They joined the movement, the non-cooperation movement, and of course the civil disobedience movement also, because they become aware about what is happening around the country, right? And they want to be there. So as there was an introduction, they realized that they have a huge responsibility, and they moved ahead with that. Two important things that you will be mentioning over here is about the reading and the writing, right? You can mention about the husbands and the fathers, how they introduced the learning to them, what they wrote about the social status of the women in the country and the society, and how they contributed to the freedom movement. Clear? Anika, how did the women learn to read and write? Of course, right? If they have a liberal father or a husband, their father and their husband taught them, right? If not, then of course various women actually started learning by themselves. They used to study by themselves, right? Someone will be helping them. Very good. Okay, so that's about the women. Now, what do you think was a role? How did the print culture impacted the poor? We know that, right? We know that the print culture improved the literacy rate in Europe as well as in India also. We know that the printing becomes really very cheap and people can read now. They started reading the religious text. Remember everyone? So we know that they started reading for the entertainment, right? In England, of course, we have penny magazines. The peddlers, right, will be going on the bicycle, going and selling these books to door. Yes? Even if the people are poor, they can actually buy. Similarly, books could be hired, right? There was a rent shop also where books can be hired. And similarly, very cheap books were brought into the market of Madras town so that the people can read. Clear? Yes, everyone, all of you. बच्चों, focus in the class. 1 घंटे की बात है, फिर आप बातें कर लेना. Yes. Then we have the reformers. Of course, we know that the reformers use this printing technology to spoke about the social issues, to spoke about the nationalism, right? We have Raja Raj Mohan Roy. He published the Sambat Kumati, right? Highlighting the lives of the widow at that particular time in the country, right? Many Bengal women. We have the Kailashaben Devi who wrote about the experience of the women, right? Of how they're ignored, how they're treated. So all of these reformers took a chance when they came to know about the printing and how they can reach thousands of people. They started using this technology. Yes, very good, Radhika. Yes, they had the miniature books. Okay. Yes. XD Lord, I didn't get your question, bache. Who? Matlab, which? Ma'am, important names to write over here. See, in any of these points, if you feel like, right over here, we have famous women writer, you can write about that. Reformers, you can write about Raj Mohan Roy. You can write about Jyotirbai Phule, right? All of these are the important reformers. Yes. Anika, that's a question that you need to ask by yourself, right? Yes? Ma'am, are you right now? Haan, bache, I'm fine. Like, where are you right now? I'm in Bangalore. Chaliye, okay. Moving to the next question, everyone. Why did some people in the 18th century Europe think that the culture would bring enlightenment, right? And the end of the despotism. Everyone, can you tell me what is the meaning of this? Sambat Komadi. Basically, it was a name of the paper that was published or written by the Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Clear? Clear, everyone? Yes, tell me. This is a very important question. Very, very important question this is. Yes? So this particular question is asking us that why the people of the 18th century of Europe think that the print culture can actually bring the enlightenment and the end of the cruel rules of the, means dictator. Basically, despotism means, someone who is using their power in a very cruel way. Okay? In a very cruel way. Yes, it is important. It is important. It's a 5 marks question, everyone. So, of course, can you quickly tell me what are the things? Easy question, right? भाई लोगों को क्यों लगा कि प्रिंट कल्चर के आने से उनकी आजादी, उनके विचारों को स्वतंत्रता मिल जाएगी? Why? बताओ, everyone tell me. Why they thought that as the print culture is rising, right, they will have the enlightenment and the end of the absolute rule of the cruel people. Yes, very good. They become aware about it. A lot of scientific things were coming into the picture. People are spreading their ideas. People are becoming aware about what is happening around the world. French Revolution got traveled throughout the Europe, right? Not just that, the science, right? The religious questions were being raised. Women started reading and writing. They started expressing their thoughts. So all of this was happening because of the print culture. Very good. So spreading of the new ideas after the coming of the print culture becomes very important. Not just the scientists, but philosophers expressing their views, and people are becoming aware about it, right? Then Books is a medium of a progress. By the 18th century, books become a medium of spreading knowledge, right? Then we have that. Then writing of the scholars. Various important writers, everyone. Jean, right? Jean Jackson Rousseau, Thomas Paine, right? And Voltaire. I'm sure you remember all of these names, right? They have contributed so much. There's ideas. Their ideas were spreading across. And of course, scientific discoveries were made along with the maps, right? There was a discovery of the map. Accurate scientific diagrams were printed. Scientists like Isaac Newton began to publish his discoveries, and of course, people started reading and reading more about it. Yes, very good. Very good, Sakshi. Radhika, they haven't spoken about the Aryabhat over here. We can write that point, right? But they're talking about the Europe. So that is one of the reasons probably they're just, restricting the answers over there. Chaliye. Everyone, are we clear? Done with this question? Yes. IRR, how has print culture helped in creating a modern word? In a very simple word, if you want to write this answer, you can say that print culture, enlightened the people, spread the knowledge to the people, made them aware about it. And because of that, they started expressing, they started questioning, and they started the struggle for the freedom, etc. So this is how you can frame your answer. Yes, chaliye. Okay. Next question, everyone. Question number 2 on our screen. Why did some people fear the effect of easily available printed books? Okay, very interesting. Why there were few people who were afraid about that if these printed books are easily available, that can lead to something. We have to choose one example in Europe and one from India. They're very, very specific, everyone. So, of course, we know that the upper class people, right? The upper class people felt that if people are studying, people are becoming aware about it, probably they will become more smarter and they will not listen to these rich people. That was one of the concern. In Europe, of course, we have Roman Catholic point that we have mentioned, right? We have just spoken about it. Martin Luther, right? We have he wrote the 95 Thesis, and of course, that actually started various conversations and spreading the knowledge about it. So we can write that point. Then we can talk about our India Vernacular Press Act. Okay? That how the rich people or the authority people felt that if we have cheap printed books, people will become aware about it, right? They will know what is right, what is wrong. They will start questioning. And people who are the reformers, right, can reach to many, many, many people at the same time. So they were a little bit afraid that if these cheap printed books came into the market and if they spread at a very large scale, it will be difficult for them to contain it. Yes, very good, Comfy study. Yes. Okay, chaliye. Moving to the next question, everyone. Question number 4. Question number 3. What were the effects of the spread of print culture for poor people in 19th century in India? So, again, a very, very specific answer that they're looking for, right? That they're talking about the poor people, right? And in India in 19th century. So, of course, we can write about B.R. Ambedkar, we can write about Jyotibai Phule, right? All of these people who actually took the stand and started writing about the discrimination. We can talk about the reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, right? All of these people, right? Ramaswamy Naicker in Madras, Periyar, right? All of these names we can mention over here. Clear? Everyone, are we clear? So in a very simple way, you will mention about that as there was an introduction of the print culture and in the various different parts of the country, various reformers like you can mention about these names. Jyotibai Phule, right? B.R. Ambedkar, then we have E.V. Ramaswamy Naicker. Yes, all of these 3 individuals you can mention about it, and you can write that they started questioning the systems. They started questioning that why there's an injustice. They spoke about the lives of the people who have been discriminated, and that's how people become aware about it. Clear? Yes. Yes, Sakshi. Revati, I'm sure, yes. Hopefully, it's the same. Yes, it's the second chapter that we are doing, bache. Okay, chaliye. Okay, moving to the next question, everyone. Question number 4. Question 4, everyone, on your screen. Explain how the print culture assisted in the growth of the nationalism in India. Again, a very philosophical question. Okay, how the print culture actually helped in the growth of the nationalism in India. We have spoken about the points of women, poor and reformers will write over there. We will mention that a large number of newspapers came into the picture in their various local language, regional language was there, right? And people become aware about it. Newspaper published articles by the national leaders. The ideas were communicated to the mass with the help of these newspapers. Then, of course, people of different communities and places were well connected by the print culture. Newspaper used to travel from one place to the another, and that's how people will become aware about it. The nationalist newspaper exposed the colonial British misrule and encouraged nationalist activities. Yes, and we can talk about the Punjab revolutionary was deported in 1907, right? Bal Gangadhar Tilak wrote about the article, right? And of course he got arrested, provoked a mass movement, yes, and that just clearly shows that the people are now ready for the full fight. Yes. Okay, Amul bache beta, I think I've missed your question. Can you repeat your question once again? There was no drawback. Like, of course, there are drawbacks for the different set of people. Upper caste people or the rich people used to feel that if the print culture is there in the market, or if the people are becoming aware about the print culture, if they know how to read and write, they will not listen to the rich people. They will not listen to them. Clear? That could be one of the drawbacks that they felt. We don't have any drawback. Jivika, we don't have a weightage per se, but we know that from the two chapters, nationalism in India, nationalism in Europe, the rise of the nationalism in Europe, we will have 5 marks question. Probably they can give you a 5 marks question from print culture also, but the chances are very rare. Very, very rare. Print culture chapter, you will have 3 marks question or could be a case-based study question from that particular chapter, right? But mostly you will not have, 5 marks question from here. Keeping my fingers crossed, could be that this year they're giving you the question. There's no weightage as such we have, right? For this particular question, the question can be for 5 marks. Yes, 5 marks question. Clear? So everyone, we are done with 2 chapters and we have 2 more to go. How's the Josh, everyone? We are 1 hour into the session. How's the Josh? Badhiya lag raha hai? Yes. We are done with 2 chapters, everyone, and now we will be starting with the nationalism in India. What is your confidence level, everyone? Ma'am, is there only one sub-chapter for making? Yes. Yes. Adna, yes. Only the 3 topics are there. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. We have spoken about those topics in the beginning of the session. So please make sure you go and watch that part. Hi, very good. Chaliye. So we're starting with the nationalism in India, everyone. Right? Let's take a look over here. At the very interesting question. Here we have the question, everyone. Why? This is the easiest chapter, I believe. I'm with you on this. Favorite one, right? Yes. Why the growth of the nationalism in colonies is linked to an anti-colonial movement. Aha. Right? Why? Why we say that? When there was a growth of the nationalism in the colonies, colonies means where the Britishers were ruling, is linked to an anti-colonial movement. Of course, easy peasy, right? People know that. People started realizing that they don't have a freedom now, right? They discovered they united in the process of struggle with the colonies. The sense of being opposed under the colonization provide a share bond, right? Various different people say, okay, you are also under the rule, we are also under the rule. Let's come together. A case of that we see in South Africa and India. Gandhiji was there in South Africa. He spoke about the rules that were there, right? At that particular time in South Africa, and when he came to our country, he realized that we have a similar condition. So, of course, the rules of the colonies, right, were kind of, pathway which gave to the people to come and fight together against it, right? Yes, very good. By each class and each group, we have different things. Congress under the Mahatma Gandhi try to get the people together and definitely opposing the Britishers. Okay. Radhika, we haven't, we don't have a question related to that, but you can mention about the advertisement, how they force the people, how they give an idea to the people to buy some products, right? Again, it helped in spreading the information throughout the country easily. Yes, chali. Okay, next question everyone. How the First World War helped in the growth of the nationalism movement in India? Easy peasy question everyone. Yes, how many of you remember about the First World War? The First World War actually helped in the growth of the national movement in India. We know that various people from our country were taken as soldiers there in the First War. After the First World War, right, during the First World War, the production increased, right? People are in India, various factories are producing various goods for the soldiers, right? That actually boosted the economical situation. 4 points I mentioned over here, everyone. Led to the huge increase in the defense expenditure, right? We have a lot of loans, custom duties were there. Force participation, right? Crops failed. This resulted in the acute storage of food, right? And of course, we have people who died of this. But of course, we know that there was an increase in the production of in factories. They were making shoes. Weapons were being made. And of course, people were growing. Yes, everyone, are we clear? Yes. Okay. Next question, everyone on our screen. Why Indians were outraged by the Rolex Act? Now, this act is important. I'm sure you would have seen questions coming on this particular question again and again. Yes. Jivika, that means बच्चे के जबरदस्ती लेके जा रहे हैं. Even if the person doesn't want to be a soldier, does not want to join the army, they're forced to join it. Yes. Life expectancy rate. Do we have the discussion over here? Yes. Okay. Awesome. Very good. Yes, Radhika, you're absolutely correct. हाँ, आया है again and again, right? बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल. So we know that Rolex Act was introduced in the year 1919, right? Of course, over here it was made by the Imperial of Legislative Council, which actually forced that the people, right, if they're protesting against the British government, can be arrested and can be taken to the jail without any conversation, without any petition, without any basically trial. Clear? Easy question. Question number 4, everyone. Why Gandhiji decided to withdraw the non-cooperation movement? Easy peasy question of everyone. Why Gandhiji ने non-cooperation movement वापस क्यों नहीं लिया? In this particular chapter, everyone, we have 2 important movements. We have non-cooperation movement and civil disobedience movement. Non-cooperation movement was earlier, right? During that time only we saw the Jallianwala Bagh incident also. Yes? Yes. Is this question is there in our syllabus? Absolutely. हाँ बच्चे है. Right? We know that the Gandhiji withdraw the non-cooperation movement because of the incident that happened in the Chora Chori. Right? Chori Chora. Yes, absolutely correct. There was a lot, the people actually destroyed the police station. There was a burning of people over there, and of course a lot of people have lost their life also. So because of that, Gandhiji withdrew the non-cooperation movement. Yes, he was against the violence. Okay, chali. Next question, everyone. Next question on our screen. Okay, what is meant by Satyagraha? See, I'm not spending much time over here because in the chapter only we have discussed it. Tell me, what you understand by the Satyagraha? What you understand by the Satyagraha? Lakshman, please write your doubt, but I'll be able to help you. Very good, Sohani. Yes, Umesh? Why not? Yes, okay. Huh. Pandemic means it's happening throughout the country. Epidemic means it's there at that particular place. Radhika, epidemic means it's happening at one particular place only. I'm sure you remember endemic species. Yes. Pandemic, of course, COVID-19 was a pandemic. Okay, chaliye. The idea of Satyagraha was the power of truth, right? Without the violence, in search of the truth, right? It suggests that the people who believe in the reality should not be going against it, right? They should be focusing just on the track or the route of the non-violence, right? Yes, path of peace, path of peace and non-violence. Yes, absolutely correct. So you can mention about these points. Easy peasy. Nothing else. These points. Okay? Anika, it was there in the news, right? That is a advantage of the press. Chaliye. Next question, everyone, on our screen. You need to write a newspaper report on the Jallianwala Bagh incident. So, of course, again, everyone, very easy question, right? You need to mention about the Jallianwala Bagh incident. Important things. Please don't forget to mention the date, the place where it was happening, the name of General Dyer, right, and what he did. Clear? Bache, screen clear hai. You can just, Shivraj, bache, just change the setting of your phone. Right? Just change the setting of your phone. Yes. Okay. Chaliye. Here we go. Right? So you can mention about these points. Then we have the Simon Commission. Aha. Simon, go back. What was the commission all about? A very important question. So the Simon Commission came to our country in the 1928. Right? 1928, after the non-cooperation movement. When, of course, there was a conversation happening for the freedom. Right? So the Simon Commission came stating that, right, we will probably give you the independence, but of course our people will be there. Yes, yes, absolutely correct. Very good, everyone. Yes, okay. So we know that Simon Commission was there. All the parties, including the Congress and the Muslim League, participated in the opposition, right? Yes, Lord Irwin was involved into it. What he did, he said that in October 29, let's give the India, right, the vague status of the domination status of freedom, right? Not exactly the freedom, but fake freedom. Clear? Everyone, are we clear? When France needs our syllabus increase. Sahil Bache, in this particular question, right, what you need to write about the Simon Commission. What was it? It was, in that particular commission, it was that, yeah, we will give you the fake freedom ka status, but our people will be there to control it, right? There was no involvement of the Indian people there. Yes, and of course, I said we will discuss in the Roundtable Conference 1 and 2. Clear? So, mention about the Roundtable 1 conference. Okay, chaliye. Okay, next question, everyone, on our screen. Compare the image of Bharat Mata in this chapter and with the image of the Germanian chapter number 1. Now, this is a very interesting question. I feel that this question probably will not come, but of course, the comparison is very good. So, you know that in the chapter first, right, we have the Germania, right? She represents the German nation. She's a mother, right? She's a woman over there. And in India, of course, we have Bharat Mata. We have to compare. What are the things they're wearing? How many hands they have? What are the symbols that they are using, right? So, Germania was a symbol of Germany. The image was painted by Philip Waite in the year 1848, right? Carry a sword in one hand and the flag in another. Wearing a crown of oak leaves, right? And oak leaves stand for the heroism. Yes, right? Very good, very good. And of course, in terms of our Bharat Mata in India, symbol of India, painted by the Abhinav Tagore in the 1905, standing with Trishul, standing beside we have a lion and a leopard, symbolize the power and the authority. Yes. Yes, student Ash, someone was writing there. Okay, ma'am, what led to the civil liberation movement from non-cooperation? I will answer this question. Yes, Umesh. Absolutely correct. Yes. Yes. Okay. So, of course, after the non-cooperation movement, right, a lot of changes happened. After the failure of the non-cooperation movement, people were clear that they want the freedom, but they were not clear that what path they need to follow. So, of course, then they participated in the elections. There were a lot of protests that was happening, right? And at one point, right, they realized, no, now that we have the power, the trade was increasing, right? And they took the advantage and they felt that now is the right time again to launch the civil disobedience movement, right? At that time, Gandhiji said, do or die. Good, chaliye everyone. Moving to the next question, the big questions everyone. Discuss means 5 marks questions. Here we have, list all the different social groups which joined the non-cooperation movement in the year 1921. Then choose any three and write about their hopes, struggle, and why they joined the movement. So you remember, everyone? You remember that so many people joined the non-cooperation movement, the first movement. Lawyers, students, teachers, administrators, everyone joined, right? Farmers, but at different level. So we have to write, first we have to mention what are the different set of people who join, and then we have to pick any three and write about their struggle and what were their hopes. Clear? Are we clear? Are we clear? Question is easy for all of you. Bacho, tell me. Yes. Jivika, I'll answer that question, bache. Everyone, are we clear? Okay, you have it in your assessment. Okay. So, first thing that we're discussing is the middle class participation. Of course, we have a lot of middle class participation over here. We have lawyers, teachers, household people, right? All of them boycotted the foreign goods. They burned a lot of foreign goods. They closed the liquor shop. And of course, apart from that, what did they? They started not going to the government offices. The students stopped going to the government schools also that particular time. But of course, we know that later they realized that it was losing its momentum and they went back again. So this, in short, you can mention about over here. Okay, you can mention about the textile industry was was kind of going ahead, but they clearly mentioned that khadi was expensive. So if the people are not wearing the foreign goods, they cannot buy the khadi because khadi is expensive. They have spoken about that point also. Yes. Sakshi, you can write, but of course in that particular part, you'll not be mentioning the middle class participation. You'll be mentioning about what happened in UP, in Assam plantation, all of those points. Okay. Next, everyone, let's talk about the peasant and the tribal. Here, everyone, see, those of you who want to talk about the towns and the peasants, here we have. In Awadh you remember in Awadh, we have Baba Ramchandra, right? He was there in Fiji as a labor. He came to our country, right? And of course, he started the movement against the landlords who used to take more money from the people, right? He spread his movement, and of course, Jawaharlal Nehru also came over there. They had an understanding, but of course, his movement took another, it was not about the non-cooperation per se, right? It became against the landlord. They were not aware at that particular time that who are they actually fighting against. They felt that the Britishers are directly connected to the landlords because they are the one who are increasing the tax. Landlords are forcing these people to pay the tax, right? So they were against the landlords and the talukdars. So we can mention about what happened in Awadh, right? We can mention about the tribal peasants, right? We have the Gomdi Hills of Andhra Pradesh, right? We have over there. So we can mention about that RRR movie, right? Of course, not the movie per se, but of course the individual. Clear? So you can mention about all of these things in the peasants and the tribal. Yes. Everyone, are we clear? Easy peasy. Good. Last, third, we can mention about the workers in the plantation. Right? The plantation worker of Assam tea gardens felt that when Gandhiji called out for the non-cooperation movement, they felt that they're calling out for their freedom. So these people who were not allowed to leave the area started running from those plantation lands to their places. Unfortunately, they lost their life and they were taken back to the plantation places only. Right? For them, the non-cooperation movement was a call of the Swaraj for the freedom. They felt that Gandhiji this time will make us all free. Okay? Kal ka class nahi hai. We don't have class tomorrow. This is also one of the questions that why the rich peasants join. Right? Yes, to avoid the high revenue. Yes. So thank you for reminding me. Everyone, are we clear? Let's have a Kaju Katli. Yes. Okay. Okay, moving to the question number 2, everyone. We have to discuss the Salt March, right? To make clear why it was an effective symbol of the resistance against the Britishers. Enact Migration Act bhi tab aaya tha. Absolutely correct. Plantation workers के time पे everyone. See over here. Yes, we haven't here. In 1859. Okay. So we have to discuss about the Salt March, the Dandi March, everyone. Right? You have to mention about that and how it effectively become a symbol of the fight against the Britishers. So we all know that Mahatma Gandhi ji wrote a letter to Lord Irwin stating some of their demands. Right? Remember this, everyone? He stated various demands. Right? And among that particular one demand was that they should avoid or they should remove the tax from the salt. Lord Irwin said nothing. So Gandhiji started his march from the Sabarmati ashram till the Dandi, right? And of course he traveled a lot and of course a lot of people joined him. And he went to Dandi and he made the salt, right? Breaking the law. It became a symbol stating that now we will not sit quiet. We will be using the non-violence. We will not be going violent, right? But we will break the laws. We will tell the Britishers that it's our time. Clear? Yes. Everyone, are we clear? Done. See, I'm not going line by line, but these are the crux of the answer. Very good. You will. All the best. If you have studied, you will get good marks. Chaliye. Now, imagine you are a woman participating in civil disobedience movement. Explain what experience you are meant for life. Matlab, again, it's a very, generic question. You will mention about what happened in the civil disobedience movement, right? Gandhiji came. We spoke to, we have heard Gandhiji speaking. We closed various liquor shop. We stopped purchasing foreign goods, right? We went to the jail also. We took participation in various independent activities. All of these things you will write. Krishna. Yes. Avesh, I don't know bache that. So again at that particular time, right, women, so at that particular time in the French Revolution and in the Germany, right, they have used the female figures. They have used the female figures because the female at that particular time in society, they considered, they were not a part of the, voting system and other things, but they used to consider women as a very strong person. So that is the reason they personified that, okay, a nation is of women. They are using the female figures, right? So that the people have the love and the respect towards it. Okay? Haan, bache. Suhani, haan, bache. See, if it's a 5 marks question, you need to write the important points, right? Chaliye. Next question, everyone on our screen. Why did political leaders differ sharply over the question of separate electorate? This is a very important question. I will tell you. Yes. Everyone tell me for this particular question. Lost boy, for the 2 marks question, but you need to write 3 points. 3 points. Slow down and shut down. Shut down means completely close, right? Slow down, the movement was losing its momentum. Which question, bache? Acha, the previous question. See, this question is very, very, very philosophical question, I would say. Imagine the question is asking that you are a woman. You are a woman who participated in the civil disobedience movement. Write your experience about it. So what you will be writing? Acha, you will be writing about your experience, what you felt. You went to hear the conversations, right? You took the participation. You boycotted the foreign materials, etc., etc. Okay. Okay, this question. Okay, this current one. Let me read it. Why did the political leaders differ sharply over the question of the separate electorate? Right? You remember? Everyone, this is very interesting question. You remember that when Gandhiji and B.R. Ambedkar went to the conference, round table conference in London, right? They said, okay, fine, we will give you some powers. At that particular time, B.R. Ambedkar raised his voice and said that we want a separate section for the election. Yes, they said that we will be fighting again separately. Yes, but Gandhiji convinced him, right? That please don't do that. He sat on a, I think, Bhook Hartal pe. Yes, so let's quickly read everyone what we have. So we have Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who organized the Dalit into the Depressed Class Association in 1930, right? He had a clash with Mahatma Gandhi in the second round table conference, right? Demanding a separate electorate for Dalit. When British government said, okay, Gandhi ji became the fast to Bhook Hartal pe, right? He went. And of course, he believed that a separate electorate of Dalits would slow down the process of the integration into the society. Ambedkar ultimately accepted the Gandhiji's position and they signed a Pune Pact. Again, a very important question, 2 marks. When was the Pune Pact was signed and what was the reason behind it? So, Pune Pact was signed between 2 individuals, Mahatma Gandhiji and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Yes, we know the history now, and it was signed in the year 1932 September mein. Clear? Yes. Yes. Alka, if you subscribe to the channel, bache, on the community post, you'll be able to see the timetable. So you can do that. Very good. Then, of course, we have Muhammad Ali Jinnah, who was one of the important Muslim leaders, right? He started the demand of the separate electorate if Muslims should have a assured seat in the Central Assembly and in the representation, the portion of the population of Muslim dominated provision. Basically, Bengal and Punjab, he said that we should have more seats in these particular region. Negotiation over the question of the representation continued, but the all hopes resolving in the all-party conference in 1928, disappearing when M.R. Jaikar of Hindu Mahasabha strongly opposed this particular request. Okay, I'll explain you this question once again, everyone. So, basically इस question हमसे ये पूछ रहे हैं कि अलग-अलग political leaders का बहुत अलग-अलग opinion था किसके लिए? Separate electorate के लिए. Basically वो ये बोल रहे थे कि हम अलग पार्टी बनाएंगे और जहाँ पे हमारे लोग हैं वहाँ पे ज़्यादा हमें वहाँ पे सीट चाहिए. मुस्लिम्स ने बोला कि हमें अपनी एक सेपरेट सीट चाहिए. दलित ने बोला कि हमें भी अपनी एक सेपरेट सीट चाहिए. Which was a valid thing, right? उन्होंने कुछ गलत नहीं बोला. उन्होंने सही बोला कि भाई हमें भी चाहिए, हमें भी सीट चाहिए और हमें मिलनी चाहिए. बट वहां पे उस टाइम पे सिचुएशन ऐसी थी तो गांधी जी ने ये बोला कि अगर सेपरेट सीट्स अगर मिलेंगी, राइट, इट विल बी कॉजिंग लॉट ऑफ, इट विल स्लो डाउन द प्रोसेस ऑफ इंटीग्रेशन. बेसिकली फ्रीडम मिलने जा रही है अभी, अगर ये सब चीजें हम अभी करने लगे तो इट विल स्लो डाउन द प्रोसेस ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस, राइट. जो फ्रीडम हमें जल्दी मिल जानी चाहिए वो सब टाइम लगेगा क्योंकि इसमें पूरे प्रोसेस में टाइम लगेगा, मीटिंग्स होंगी, ये सब होगा. क्लियर एवरीवन? आर वी क्लियर? आर वी क्लियर? इसीलिए there was a Pune Pact signed between the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi, right? And of course, you can mention about the Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Yes, are we clear? Jivika, we had that question, bache. Baba Ramchandra was involved in the Awadh movement, right? He came from Fiji. He was a laborer who used to work and he raised his voice against the landlords. Chalo. Okay. Very good, very good. Chaliye. With this, everyone, we are done with the nationalism in India ka chapter. Now, the last chapter, everyone. Right, last chapter we have now. Last chapter, are you ready? Our favorite chapter. Yes, favorite chapter. Chaliye. Let's take a look, everyone. The first question is talking about that we have to write the note on the Mazzini. Yes, Mazzini, right? 1830 we will write about Mazzini, right? He was an amazing leader. He worked underground for the unification of Italy, right? He made the association Young Italy, right? He made a secret society. He met with various people and he has a very important role in the unification of Italy. Yes, so that's easy peasy. 2 marks ka easy points. Okay? Chali. Now everyone, question number B. The part of this over here is the Count Camillo di Cavour. Remember this? Right? Again, he led the unification of Italy. Plays a very important role. He was neither a revolutionary nor a democrat, right? Still, he was very good in the diplomatic alliance. He was very good in talking to the people. Right? Yes? Right? And of course, because of his efforts only, right, he spoke to various people. He spoke to, nearby countries. Yes? Right? And of course, based upon that only, there was a unification. Right? They fought a war against the Austrian forces also. So we will mention about all of these points. Interesting. Very good. Yes, chali. Next question. Hello, Yash. All is good. How are you, bache? Chaliye. Okay. The Greek War of Independence. Very, very important. Very, very important. Year is 1832. The Treaty of the Constantinople. Yes? Very good, very good. Yes? There was no difference. I think they were just using a name. Mazzini, if we have, it's the same individual. Okay? Chaliye. So you will mention about that Greek was under the Ottoman Empire, right? And they started the freedom. They started the fight for their freedom and the civilization. Yes? And the other European nations supported it because they believed that Greek is a cradle of, anyone can complete the sentence, right? They believe that the Greek is a cradle of civilization. They felt that Greek has an amazing history, amazing culture. So it should get the independence. So in the year 1832, there was a treaty signed with the Ottoman Empire and of course with the Greek, and they got their freedom. Done? Yes. Cradle of European civilization. Yes, they have a sympathy for the Greece. Correct. They have the sympathy for the Greece. Chaliye. Okay, next. Write a short note on the Frankfurt Parliament. Germany ka parliament, right? So it was an all-German nation assembly formed by the middle-class professional, businessmen, bureaucrats, etc. It was, of course, it happened on the 18 May 1948. And it was disbanded in the year 1849. It's lost its support. Clear? So you can mention about that. No women were there over there, right? Clear? So it's a very easy thing. Chaliye. Okay, next question, everyone. What is the role of the women in the nationalist struggle? So what was their role? Of course, even though they want to participate, right, they didn't have much of the rights per se, right? Clear? Women from the liberal middle class family combined with their knowledge, right, fought for the unification. It took advantage of growing popular onset of the demands, right? A constitution, freedom of the press and a freedom of association. Women had formed their own political association, started writing in the newspapers, spreading and speaking in public about the rights and the wrongs that is happening in the country. Okay? Yes, they have their own clubs. Absolutely correct. Yes. Good. Very good, everyone. Chaliye. Now, next question, everyone. It's a big question. What steps did the French Revolutionary take to create a sense of collective identity among the French people? Aha. Put a star mark, everyone. बहुत ही easy question है. Yes, I'm sure you remember this question. Right? In a simple word, they can ask you that what are the measures taken by the French Revolutionary to make people united? Yes? I know this question. It's an easy question, right? So what we'll write? We will write the idea of the la patrie, the fatherland, and the citizen, right? The citizen, the notion of, right? The notion of the fatherland and the citizenship. Yes? Then, of course, the French, they had a new French flag. There was a tricolor they have opted for. It has the colors, right? Then, of course, new hymns were composed for the people to sing, for the people who have lost their life in the wars. They have been written so many songs and the poetry, right? Then there was an administrative system, centralized systems were made, right, for the people where they have uniform laws. Everyone is treated equally. Then, of course, internal custom duties were due and abolished. Uniform systems of weight and measures was adopted. Then regional dialect was discouraged and French became the main official language per se. Yes? Clear? Clear, everyone? And the revolutionary further declared that it was a mission and the destiny of the French nation to liberate the people of Europe. Clear? Yes? Are we clear? Yes, everyone, are we clear? So it's a very straightforward question. In short, what we have to write over here, we need to write that how the French people, right, how the French authority at that particular time took various steps to unite all the people of France. Right, there was idea of fatherland, citizenship, right, new flag was there, uniform laws were there for the citizens, then centralized administration system was there, then of course there was a change, a standardization of the weight and of the currency was there. All of these points you can mention. Zayed, bache, I have explained you. You can go back and see this question once again. Chaliye, moving to the next question. Right, who were Maria and the Germanian? What was the importance of the way in which they were portrayed? Yes. Right, everyone? It's very, very interesting, right? Right? So this is, of course, we are talking about how there was the personification, the female, the human personification of the nation in the females, right? So we know that we have various artists who mentioned that. So we have two. Of course, one is for the Germany and one is for the France. So the Marinier, right, was a Christian name. Yes. She represented the liberty and the republic. She wore a red cap, right? Tricolor. Yes, everyone, this was a symbol of the freedom of the republic and the liberty of the France. Then we have Germania, right? She represents the freedom of Germany. She wore the oak leaves crown, which stands for the heroism. All of these points you will write. Okay? Very good, very good. Yes. Okay, next question, everyone. We have to briefly trace the process of German unification. Acha, easy peasy. German unification. See, in the Germany, you will remember that it was under the Ottoman Empire. Sorry, not the Ottoman Empire, the Persian rule, right? So initially, these people went with the constitutional demand, the Germany people. But of course, Persian king said, no, 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 we will not listen to you. Later, of course, they started the unification of Germany, right? Bismarck was there, who was a chief minister. He led various conversations. He led so many wars, right? After 3 wars for 7 years, last May, they was able to achieve the unification of Germany. Yes? अरे क्यों सब यही बोल रहे, कुछ समझ में नहीं आया? क्यों समझ में नहीं आया? Right? Tell me, क्यों समझ में नहीं आया? ये चैप्टर अच्छे से नहीं पढ़ा है आप लोगों ने? Yes, tell me. Right? Nationalist sentiment के बारे में we are talking about. You can mention about the Ottoman Bismarck over here. See, Bismarck is super important. Right? You can mention about the different wars. 3 wars for 7 years with Austria, Denmark, France, right? And at the end, Persian saw the victory. Yes, हाँ, बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल. 7 wars in 3 years. No. Actually, 3 wars in 7 years. Right? William I became the emperor. Done, everyone? Chali. Next question over here. What changes did Napoleon introduce to make the administrative system more effective in the territories ruled by him? Easy peasy. Right, everyone? 1 minute. This is drinking water, everyone. Please write the answers. Yes, everyone. Chaliye. So, easy, very easy questions. Very good, right? We know that the Napoleon introduced various good things, right? Especially in the administrative system. All the rules and regulations were made equal for all the people. There was equality amongst the law, right? There was a civil code of 1804. Remember this Napoleon code? I think Radhika was asking a few minutes back, right? Civil code of 1804 or Napoleon code. Yes, he took away the privileges based upon the birthright for the rich people. Now, in the front of law, everyone is equal, right? They got the right of property also. The code clearly mentioned that, right, that the abolishment of the feudal system and freed the peasants from the self-drum and the manure dues. So, of course, he said that the feudal system is not there anymore. He abolished the feudal system where people used to work in the farms of the rich people, right, of the landlords, and they used to provide their services and of course used to pay the taxes also. Right? No, he didn't become, Bismarck didn't become the emperor. William I became the emperor. Okay? Then of course peasants, artisan workers and you enjoyed their freedom. There was important thing of the common. Standardized weight was there. He took a lot of things, a lot of charge of the proper communication, right? Standardized weight was there, measure was there. All of these we can mention. Clear everyone? Are we clear? Done. Chaliye. Question number, now these are the 5 marks question everyone, a little bit lengthy question over here we have. Explain what is meant by the 1848 revolution of the liberals. What were the political, social and the economical ideas supported by the liberals? Now it's all talking about the liberals over here. Yes, focusing on the liberals over here. What is meant by the 1848? There's a special paragraph. I'm sure you remember that everyone. We have a paragraph about the revolutionary rebels over there. Yes, what were their political, social and economical ideas were there? We have to write over here. Parallel to the revolt of the poor, unemployed and starving peasant and the worker, many in the European countries, right, were there, and of course it was a revolution was led by the educated middle class people. Yes. In the other parts of the Europe where the independent nation does not exist, such as Germany, etc., right, they demanded the national unification. Yes, we can mention all of these points. They took the advantage of the growing unrest, pushed in their demands for the creation of the national state of the parliamentary principle or constitution. And of course, they extended political rights to women, right? Wasn't controversial within the liberal movement. Right, everyone? Women formed their own political association, started speaking about in the print culture, etc. Clear? Are we clear? Now this, see again, but such questions, right, which are directly from the NCERT, you need to read them and understand the important points. 5 marks a question here. 5 marks, at least you have to write 5 points. So now you can pick up what are the important points that you feel. They have clearly asked in terms of the political, social and the economical. You can break your answer into 3 different parts and mention about the points. 2 points in each and you are sorted. Chaliye, right? Okay. Next question everyone. Choose 3 examples to show the contribution of culture to the growth of nationalism in Europe. Easy peasy again. Very straightforward answer, and we all know that this question is being repeatedly asked in the examination. It talks about the language, how there was an impact of the language and the culture on the nationalism idea spreading throughout the people. So we have 2 examples over here. We have the example of the Poland language, and of course we have the example of Germany, right? In the language, of course, plays a very important role. We spoke about the Polish language, right? So Russia was ruling the Poland at that particular time. They forced not to use the Polish language, but people still were using the Polish language in the churches and of course in the local communication, right? We have a very famous author. Can you quickly tell me about the author name? I think in this particular answer the author name is missing. But anyone, can you quickly tell me? Right? The author who played a very important role in, spreading the nationalism in the Poland people. Yes, I know. Very good, very good. Tell me the name, everyone. There were two individuals. There were two individuals that we will remember. First, of course, we have one who played a very important role in spreading the Polish language, right? The Poland movement. And of course, then we have the German author also. No, not that comfy study. I guess that's not the one. Okay, everyone take your NCERT textbook and find the answer. I can see Sakshi writing something. Not the William. Got fired. But which one he was, right? He contributed in which? The Poland one, language one, or cultural one? See, in this particular answer, there's one which is clearly talks about the language. That's a Poland story you will write. And then we have the culture one, where we are talking about the folk songs, folk dance. Thus was absolutely correct. Carlo Kupiński, right? That's the German name. No, not the, Poland name. Very good. And got fired? Yes, very good. Herder for the Germany. Absolutely correct. So, mention about that how they use a language and the culture to unite people and spread the idea of nationalism. Okay? Easy peasy. Okay, next question everyone on our screen. Through a focus on any two countries, explain how nations develop over the 19th century. So basically, we have to write about the two countries and how the unification happened. So you can write about the Germany and the Italy. Easy. That's the two unification we have. In short, just write all the important points for the unification of Italy and for the unification of Germany. Germany ke unification mein you will mention about the role of the Chief Minister Bismarck, right? In the case of unification of Italy, you will mention the name of the Cavour, right? The Chief Minister Cavour. Yes. I know these type of questions are there. Very good, Jivika. Yes, Sakshi. Chaliye, next question, everyone. Okay, next question. How was the history of the nationalism in Britain unlike the rest of Europe? Again, very important question. Unification of Great Britain, right? Britain has a very separate, different story that was happening. You remember? So, of course, the formation of the Britain, the nation state, was not very random, right? It took years and years to come. First, of course, at that particular time, we had 4 different ethnic groups. English, Welsh, Scottish, right? And of course, we have the British also. Initially, it came very, very important, everyone. The Act of Union was signed between the England and Scotland. England people said that, Scotland people, we will let you follow your culture, etc. But of course, it never allowed them. So that's how they captured the Scotland, right? Then, of course, in Ireland, they forcefully incorporated. It was forcefully added into the UK, United Kingdom, in the 1801. Okay, there was a war between the Protestant and the Catholic people, and after that, of course, they got the control of it. Yes, and the last one, the symbol of the New Britain was there. So all the 4 nations, right, all of them who came together and formed the United Britain, right, they had same flag, same national anthem, right, English language was made, promoted, and of course other nations survived, right, of course, they were very preachy that everything will be followed by we need to follow everything which has been said by the Britishers, okay, or the England people. Are we clear? Yes, Irish language was prohibited, right? They were not allowed to use their traditional clothing, other things. All of these points were mentioned. Okay, chaliye. Next question, everyone. Question number 5. Why did the nationalist tension emerge in the Balkan region? Oh, again, I'm sure you will say, ma'am, aap to har question ko important bolte ho. But I'm sure you will understand that all of these questions are important, right? Balkan region, last part of the chapter, we have this Balkan region. Yes? Jivika, in the textbook, there were few mentioned, right? There were few drawbacks which were mentioned, but it didn't have much of the drawbacks, right? We're not focusing on them. Definitely, they were the drawbacks, right? But in this particular chapter, we're not focused on that much. Yes. So we know that the different countries, right, not just the apart from the France, the lower part of the countries of the Europe, right, they were struggling. They had a rule of the Ottoman Empire at that particular time, right? And they realized that if everyone is getting freedom, we also want the freedom. They started fighting among themselves, right? And later it involved the Russia and the Persia and other people also, which led to the World War II. Clear? So we'll mention all of these points. Learning outcomes. Yes. Yes. It was there in the learning outcomes also. Very good. Right? So you will mention about this. Different nations were there. They become very jealous, right? They become very jealous about the other people's resources and etc. They started internal fights, and then later the big countries also joined them. Yes, led to the World War II, not World War I. 2. Sorry, actually 1 also. Yeah, 1. And 2 also. Later it led to the World War. Yes. Okay. Chali. Everyone, are we clear? Are we clear? Please, Shivam, please ask your doubt. Set the ground for the World War first. Yes. Okay. So with this, everyone, we are done with NCERT question. Yes, it's World War I. Okay. Here, everyone, we have a homework question. When and why was the Zoroastrian formed? Okay. Interesting. Again, ये कहीं भी mention नहीं है, but it's a very important 2 marks question. So write in the comment section below. Yes. Please write your answer, everyone, in the comment section below. After this video, write your answers. Right? When and why this particular formation, this union was formed. Okay? So with this, everyone, we are done with our class. I hope that all of you, right? I hope that all of you have enjoyed the session. Please make sure you watch it again. Most importantly, everyone, I forgot to tell you in the beginning, but it's very important, everyone, if you want the answers, right, you can go on the BYJU'S website. We have all the NCERT solutions over there. The link is in the description box also. So click on that link. You will be able to see the PDFs, right? Or if you have any difficulties, write on the Google and search for the NCERT PDF, you'll be able to get it. You can easily download it, right? Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for your attendance in the class. I hope that now you have mastered the NCERT questions, or now you have an idea, right? What are the important points that you have to mention? Yes. So I hope that all of you are clear with this. Bache, we will try. I understand that you want me to take your regular classes. Even I want. The timetable is such as of now. We're trying to figure it out ways in which we'll be able to finish it off. But you know that we are here. Right? In the month of January, February, we will be going doing a little bit more. Yes? So we are here with you. Don't worry. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Lots of love and respect for all of you who stayed till the end, right? Yes. So we'll be meeting really very soon, right? Really very soon, everyone. Good night. Do take care of yourself and keep on learning with BYJU'S. Lots of love, everyone. Good night. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. If you have any doubts, write in the comment section below. Okay? Chaliye. Bye-bye.